Have you ever wondered which countries in history were so rich that even today's superpowers would look poor standing next to them? I'm not talking about modern billionaires or today's richest nations. I'm talking about empires so wealthy they could buy cities, raise entire armies, or reshape continents and still have money left over. Empires whose budgets were bigger than what some modern countries produce in a decade. Today, we're counting down the 10 richest countries in all of human history. And trust me, the number one spot will absolutely surprise you. Before we begin, one important note. You can't measure ancient wealth the same way we do today. They didn't use GDP or dollars, so historians measure economic power based on things like control of trade routes, share of global production, size of population and taxes, natural resources, and overall economic influence. Everything in this video is based on serious historical research, not myths, not exaggerations. Let's begin. Number 10. The Dutch Republic, the tiny country that ran the world. In the 1600s, the Netherlands was small. Very small. But somehow this little republic controlled around half of Europe's shipping. Amsterdam became the financial center of the world. They built the first stock exchange, created the first global corporation, and mastered long-distance trade from Brazil to Japan. Their income per person was among the highest humanity had ever seen. They didn't need a huge army. They ruled with ships, credit, and trade. Number 9. The Umayyad Caliphate. Spanning from Spain to India, the Umayyad Caliphate created the first massive Islamic empire. They unified currency, taxes, and administration. They controlled the Silk Road, North Africa, and the Middle East. Gold and silver coins moved across continents. Trade flowed through their cities. Millions paid taxes into their system. The Umayyads didn't just own land, they owned the crossroads of the ancient world. Number 8. The United States. It may seem strange that the US is only number 8 because today it's one of the largest economies ever. Its power comes from industrialization, technology, and global finance. But even at its peak, the United States never dominated the world's economy the way some ancient empires did. It controls around a quarter of global output in certain years. Massive, but not the biggest in history. Still, America is one of the richest nations modern civilization has ever produced. Number 7. The Soviet Union. For decades, the USSR was the world's second largest economy. It controlled enormous natural resources: oil, gas, coal, steel, and heavy industry. Its territory stretched across 11 time zones. On paper, the Soviet Union was an economic giant, but central planning and corruption held it back. Even so, its total economic power makes it one of the richest states to ever exist. Number 6. The Qing Dynasty of China. Long before made in China, China was already the world's factory. During the 18th century, China accounted for more than 20% of global production. Tea, silk, porcelain. Chinese goods dominated markets from Europe to Asia. No conquest, no colonial empire, just population, craftsmanship, and productivity. The Qing Dynasty was a quiet economic powerhouse. Number 5. Mughal India. The Taj Mahal is just the beginning of the story. In the 1600s, Mughal India produced around 1/4 of the world's GDP, more than all of Europe combined. Bengal's textiles were the finest in the world. European powers weren't developing India. They were desperately trying to access India's wealth. This was a nation of art, architecture, agriculture, and luxury on a massive scale. Number 4. The Roman Empire. Rome wasn't just powerful, it was rich. It taxed Egypt's grain, Spain's silver, and the trade of the entire Mediterranean. Under Augustus, Rome controlled over 1/4 of global economic output. Roads, law, ports, and administration turned the Mediterranean into one enormous Roman marketplace. Rome didn't just conquer land, it conquered the world's money. Number 3. The British Empire. By the late 1800s, Britain ruled 24% of the world's land and an enormous share of the world's economy. The Industrial Revolution made Britain the workshop of the world. Coal, steel, ships, and global banking powered its rise. London became the center of global finance, and the British Empire became the world's first true global economy. Its wealth was enormous, and so was the cost paid by the colonies that fed it. Number 2. The Mongol Empire. The Mongols are remembered for destruction, but economically, they did something revolutionary. They created a single protected trade zone stretching from Eastern Europe to China. For the first time in history, merchants could travel the entire Silk Road under one unified system. Goods, money, and ideas moved across Eurasia faster and safer than ever before. The Mongol Empire turned geography into gold and controlled one of the largest economic networks humanity has ever seen. Number 1. The Achaemenid Persian Empire. And now, the richest empire in human history. Founded by Cyrus the Great around 550 BC, the Achaemenid Persian Empire stretched from Greece and Egypt to India and Central Asia. It ruled about 40 to 44% of the world's population, the highest percentage ever governed by a single empire. And where there are people, there is production, agriculture, trade, and taxes. Persia built a vast road network, standardized coinage, efficient taxation, and advanced administration. It created the first truly multi-continental economic system. Rome, the Islamic caliphates, and later empires copied Persian methods for centuries. Persia wasn't just powerful, it was organized, efficient, and rich on a level the world had never seen before. So what does all of this tell us? Most of the richest countries in history don't exist anymore. Their borders changed, their governments collapsed, but the economic systems they created still shape our world today. None of these empires were rich by accident. They controlled trade, they built infrastructure, they used administration and power to protect their wealth. So when you hear, "This is the richest country in the world today," remember, there were empires in the past that were the global economy. Which empire surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the hidden mechanics of money, power, and history, make sure to subscribe. We're just getting started.